Hi everyone, today we have with us the Coolpad Note 3 Lite. This is the lighter version of Coolpad Note 3 which was launched a few months back. Basically that became the first device to feature a fingerprints sensor under 10,000 rupees. With this Coolpad Note 3 Lite, Coolpad has tried to make it more affordable, and this device's price just approximately 7,000 rupees, and it comes with fingerprint sensor. So basically this makes it the most affordable smartphone which comes with a fingerprint sensor. So let's have a look on at the device and see how it performs. In this video we'll talk about how it performs in terms of normal performance, usual operating system, gaming performance, battery life, camera, and everything else that we can talk about on this phone, right? So in terms of design, if you see, this appears quite good. In fact, I haven't seen a much better device in this price range which looks quite good, right? You can see a metal frame on the top which basically holds the front screen here. Here you can see it also gives a better look and to the device, and it doesn't appear like a cheap one, right? Usually the cheap ones appears just more plasticky. So this metal frame at the top or the screen side all around gives it a premium look. Apart from that, the back cover, even though it is a plastic one, the texture at the back appears quite smooth, and the look also gives it a bit of good feel compared to normally usual cheap phones or the devices that are priced in the range of 7,000 or 8,000 rupees, right? So we'll just have a look on it. As you can see, the buttons are the usual conventional one, the power button at one side and the volume rocker buttons at the other side. Apart from that, you have the speakers at the bottom of the back portion. It comes with a micro USB port here and the mic. Right in the front you have the 5 megapixel camera. This is the proximity sensor and the speakers at the front. Apart from that, you have this is the 13 megapixel camera with LED flash. This is the fingerprint sensor, which we can say pretty confidently that it is almost perfect and it works almost 95 out of 100 times. So this fingerprint sensor is quite good if you consider the price is just 7,000 rupees. Apart from that, let's open the back portion and see what we have. So as you can see, the back cover can be opened, but the battery is an embedded battery, right? Which means that you cannot remove the battery. This is a 2500 mAh capacity battery. Here you have the SIM card slot 2, SIM card slot 1. You can put both 4G SIMs in these two slots. And here is your fingerprint sensor. Apart from that, this is the slot that is for micro SD cards, which can be used for expanding your storage. This is your 3.5 mm audio jack, right, which is at the top here, right? So I'll just close it up and let's talk about it, right? Let's have a look how the fingerprint sensor works. As you can see, we have locked the device. The screen is dark, so just click on this and it unlocks itself, right? Talking about the fingerprint sensor, it comes with pretty good fingerprint sensor. Let's unlock it. Here you can see we can unlock the options of the fingerprint sensor by putting the finger here, it asks for a authentication, right? As you can see here, you can add as many as 5 fingerprints on this phone. We have already added 4, so we'll add one more, and let's see if how it goes, right? You need to just place your finger, right? Here you'll see that we try to use a finger which is already configured, and it tells you that you need to use another finger if you want more, right? So we'll just try to add one more finger of the different hand, right? Here you can see you need to put your finger 4 to 5 times so that it records it and it goes to 100%. So once you are done with it, it gives it a default name. Here it shows fingerprint 1. You can rename it as per your wish. Let's say we say it is fingerprint 5. Click on finish and you are done, right? One thing you will notice that you can use the fingerprint sensor for performing different functions like unlock screen, quick capture using the phone, one key dial, or you can use this to configure to open any other app on this phone, right? Select the app which you want to open and it will open the app the moment you just click on that particular finger. So here we have configured to open the Chrome app, right? Here you can see we have configured to open the Chrome app. So let's see if it works or not. We'll just pull this off and just press the finger and you can see the Chrome is open, right? We have used this one finger. After pressing it, the particular app opens, right? We'll try one more time just to make sure it works every time. Here you can see the Chrome app is open just by pressing your finger. So this is a pretty good feature and you can use it for your liking, right? Here if you want to add more fingers, it tells you that you cannot add more than 5 fingers at this moment, right? So you need to delete one of the fingers. So we have just configured these two different options. So basically it's pretty good feature which you'll start enjoying it after using it for some time, right? Now let's talk about other hardware specifications. As you can see, we have used the CPU Z to just check out what the hardware specification is, and you can see it is a powered by quad-core MediaTek processor and it is MT6735. The RAM is 3 GB RAM. This device is a 5-inch HD display device. The RAM at the moment is available around 1.5 GB free, right? So this is a pretty good amount of RAM available on this device at any moment of time, and 3 GB of RAM is in a 7,000 rupees device is pretty good in fact. Now this comes with sensors, accelerometer, proximity and light sensor, which are the bare minimum sensors, right? So as you can see, the display shows here 720 HP HD display. RAM is 3 GB. Internal storage, this one is 16 GB, out of which at the moment around 11.22 GB is available, out of which 7.75 GB is available. Sorry for the mess, right? One thing we missed is the GPU, that is Mali T720. Now let's have a look at the AnTuTu benchmark that we ran, and we have already ran this AnTuTu benchmark. If you want to see that particular video, check the link in our YouTube channel. Here you can see the benchmark score is 30,000 plus, approximately 31,000, which is a pretty good score if you are considering the price of the device is just 7,000 rupees. Usually you don't get a score more than 24,000 or 25,000 for most of the devices that are priced at less than 10,000 rupees. Even devices such as Zenfone Max or Zenfone Laser 2 gives you a Antutu benchmark score of 25,000 plus, right? So you can see yourself that Coolpad Note 3 Lite here is giving a pretty good Antutu benchmark score, and we did experience that particular score does in terms of performance helps, because we use this Coolpad Note 3 Lite for pretty reasons, everything, including playing heavy games such as Asphalt 8 and other graphics intensive games, but we didn't feel any issues, right? Here you can see in terms of performance it is almost like a butter, right? Without any issues, here you can see the navigation buttons are the usual physical buttons. These are not backlit buttons, so you may feel a bit odd while using it in dark surroundings, but otherwise these are perfectly good and works perfectly, right? Now let's have a look at the battery life. The battery life for this device was pretty normal. In fact, you can call it in terms of just a better than average, right? Here you can see we have used this device for approximately 60% of the battery life here, out of which it gives you a screen time of 2.5 hours. So for full 100% charge, you can get a battery a screen on time of around 3.5 hours to 4 hours in rare cases, but usually you get 3.5 hours screen on time. And for normal users, this device does last almost full day if you are an average user. But if you're a gamer, then you need to charge it much before the day ends, or even if you are more than moderate or a heavy user, then it won't last for the full day. But for most consumers, this device will last pretty easily for full day, and you need to charge it in the night, right? Now let's talk about the camera. As you can see here, the camera it comes with different modes as usual with many smartphones. These modes are these days normal, right? You can see it comes with a normal shot mode, face beauty mode, SDR mode, panorama mode, smile shot, dim light shot, and even the gesture shot. Basically, gesture shot is a new one which usually is found in expensive smartphones. Basically, this is like if it detects a peace sign, it takes the shot on its own without you clicking the pictures. And then it also comes with a pro mode. Here you can see this is the pro mode, right? In pro mode you can adjust ISO, focusing, then exposure and the white balance, right? You can adjust these 4 settings to get a much better shot. And the professional mode is useful if you know how to play with these individual settings of focusing, ISO, exposure and the white balance. Now let's look at some of the sample images that we took using this camera. These are some of the images that we took, and we'll upload it separately on a Flickr. You'll find the link in the video, and as you can see, these are some of the images that we shot in different conditions, off light in fact. And one thing we'll notice that these images look pretty good for a 7,000 rupees device, right? Here you can see the amount of detail that is available. If you zoom this particular image, right, just zoom it and you can see a very minute detail even in the tiniest part of this flower. So even here you can see the colors are pretty good, right? Only one small issue that I will notice often, that there is some amount of noise in these pictures if the lighting condition is not so good. Here, for example, here you'll see, even though the image appears quite good, but there is some amount of noise that is available when you zoom on this. Now let's talk about the operating system and how it performs. If you check out in settings, you can see the operating system here in the Android version. You can see it is Android 5.1 Lollipop. So basically this is a cool UI based on the Android 5.1 Lollipop. The cool UI is the Coolpad own custom skin, you can say. It's not a full operating system, but a custom skin that works on the top of Android 5.1 Lollipop here. So this is the operating system that works. Here in about version you can see some other information also. For example, here you can see the device name as Coolpad 8298100. CPU is MediaTek MT6735, quad-core 1.3 GHz, RAM is 3 GB, total memory, internal memory is 16 GB, available at the moment approximately 7.5 GB, resolution is 720p, right? Even though we do not have much issues with the operating system, one of the major issues that we had is the launcher. This usually comes with Apple kind of launcher, which we don't like here, because if you have installed so many apps, it's very difficult to find out where your app is unless you can sort them out either in an alphabetical manner or some other manner, right? So our own recommendation is get rid of this launcher and install any launcher, whether it's Google launcher or Nova launcher or Apex launcher, and you will be getting a much better experience using this smartphone. First issue is that the launcher. Other small issue, maybe a pretty big issue in fact, if you worry about the bloatware, this comes with loads of bloatware, right? It comes with, in fact, Coolpad own Cool Store, right, which in fact is not needed, right? Apart from that, it comes with also some pre-installed apps. The problem is you cannot uninstall any of these bloats that comes with this device. Whatever it is, you are unable to install it in any way. Apart from that, it also have a small or in fact big issue with the keyboard, right? At the moment we have changed the keyboard to the Google keyboard, which came pre-installed but is not the default keyboard, right? So we'll just enable the default keyboard for you here and tell you what the problem is. Here you can see this is the default keyboard that comes with this Coolpad Note 3 Lite, that is the Presto. The problem is it offers you coupons, products and services in the form of some ads while you type on this keyboard here. Instead of autocomplete, it tells you some offers that are available, and if you press that, it takes you to that particular website or the app, right? Our recommendation is just get rid of this Presto keyboard and enable the Google keyboard, which is available in the settings, right? Here, go to the settings and change the keyboard to Google keyboard, right? So check out some of the videos on YouTube to find out how it performs. We'll just run a trailer, and we'll just try to put the 720p available, right? So here you can see we have put it at 720p option, right? And here you can see the quality of the device in terms of video performance, right? So as you saw, in terms of quality, the HD quality video that we ran is pretty good. In fact, much better than some of the devices that we have tested in this price range, right? So overall, we can say that this is a pretty good buy, and our recommendation is, if you are looking for a great device under 7,000 rupees, you can go and buy this device. The only issue that we have with this device is one of the bloatware that comes pre-installed with this app. Apart from that, an average battery performance and the keyboard issue that we talked about, that it comes with a keyboard by default, which gives you real-time kind of offers and advertising, right? And that keyboard can be switched on to Google keyboard, so that's not a big issue. But apart from that, these issues, this is a very good buy. And if you are looking for a good device in the entry level segment with a budget of around 7,000 rupees, this is the device to get one, right? The best thing is fingerprint sensor, which at the moment doesn't come unless you have a budget of more than 10,000 rupees. So that was the review of our Coolpad Note 3 Lite. Hope you have liked this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this video by clicking the like button below and the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Thank you.